That sigh when you lock your door at night, that's sacred. It's the sound of a world that still makes sense, a ritual that tells your brain, you're safe, you're home, you can finally let your guard down. For most of us, it's the last thing we do before bed, a small act of faith that the world outside will stay outside. But what happens when that faith is shattered? When society crumbles, when the grid dies and hunger claws at people's ribs, your sanctuary becomes someone else's target. The darkness outside isn't just the night anymore, it's desperation, it's fear, it's the unknown pressing in on your walls. This isn't paranoia, it's waking up. It's realizing that the world you trusted to keep spinning has ground to a halt, and now you're the only one who can keep your family safe. And I need you awake right now. Because when the lights go out and the rules change, hesitation is the enemy. You have to be ready before the knock comes, or before the door shakes. Let's talk real defense. Not just locks and alarms, but the mindset that keeps you alive when the world outside is hungry and desperate. You need to know what you'll do, and you need to practice it. Because when the moment comes, you won't have time to think. 3 days into the blackout. The food in the fridge is gone. The air is heavy with the smell of sweat and fear. Every creak of the house sounds like a threat. The air felt thick, like the whole neighborhood was holding its breath. No cars, no music, no laughter. Just the hum of anxiety and the distant echo of someone else's misery. My wife Sarah's hand was ice cold in mine. We sat in the dark listening for footsteps, for voices, for anything that might mean danger was coming closer. The kids finally asleep down the hall after crying from hunger. Their faces looked peaceful, but I knew their dreams were haunted by empty stomachs and the fear they could feel in the air. Then, thud, like a sledgehammer hitting a tree trunk. The sound was so sudden, so violent, it felt like the whole house jumped. Our flimsy front door groaned, the wood flexing under the force. I realized in that moment how thin the line was between us and the world outside. Sarah's nails dug into my wrist. Was that silence? The kind of silence that screams in your ears, waiting for the next blow. Crack thud. A boot exploded against wood. Splinters showered the hallway. The sound was deafening, primal, a warning that this was no longer a drill. The deadbolt screamed like a dying animal. Metal twisted, wood splintered, and I could feel the house itself shuddering under the assault. I saw dust drift down in the moonlight like snow. Each particle catching the light, marking the moment everything changed. Crack thud. Louder. The doorframe buckled inward. The barrier we'd trusted was giving way, second by second. I saw the shadow of his shoulder through the gap. A stranger, a threat, a desperate soul on the other side of our last defense. Sarah didn't scream. She whispered, "The kids." Her voice was barely audible, but it cut through the panic like a knife. That word snapped me out of the fear. In that instant, I remembered why we'd prepared, why we'd practiced, why we couldn't afford to freeze. Our plan, the one we'd practiced like a dumb game, suddenly mattered. Move. In that moment, survival wasn't just a word. It was a choice, and it was now. Thieves want candy stores, not fortresses. Make them bleed for every inch. Think of your home at night as a fortress, and every layer you add is another barrier between you and trouble. Lights are landmines, silent warnings that say, someone's watching. Darkness is a burglar's best friend, but you can flip the script. Mount solar-powered floodlights wherever shadows gather. Door approaches, basement wells, that dark alley by your dumpster. These aren't just for show. The sudden burst of light can freeze an intruder in their tracks, making them think twice. Blind them first, and you've already won half the battle. Strip away their camouflage, cut back every bush hugging your windows. Overgrown shrubs are perfect hiding spots. Keep your landscaping tidy and low, so there's nowhere to crouch, nowhere to wait. You want your windows visible from the street and from your neighbor's eyes? That patio furniture? Anchor it or lose it. Don't give anyone a free hiding spot or a ladder to your window. Lock up ladders, grills, and anything else that could be used to climb or conceal. Fake a heartbeat. Plug lamps into cheap timers. Set them to flicker on and off in different rooms at different times. It's a simple trick, but it makes your house look unpredictable, like someone's always moving from room to room. Leave a talk radio mumbling near a cracked window. The sound of voices, even faint, can make a prowler hesitate. It's all about creating doubt, making them wonder if someone's awake just out of sight. Make your empty house feel alive. Moving shadows, flickering lights, and distant voices all add up to uncertainty for anyone watching from the dark. The old man advantage. Mr. Henderson next door? Bring him canned peaches tomorrow. A strong neighborhood is your best alarm system. When you look out for each other, everyone's safer. You watch my 6, I'll watch yours. Build trust, share tips, and keep each other informed about anything unusual. 2 tired eyes see more than one. Together, you form the final layer of defense, alert, connected, and ready. Your door is a lie if it's hollow. Swap it for solid steel or thick hardwood. Anything less is cardboard. Reinforce the strike plate with 3-inch screws. Drive them deep into the wall's bones, not just the flimsy trim. Hinges exposed? Hammer in non-removable pins. Make it impossible to lift out. Deadbolt? Spend the money. Grade 1 or 2. Bolt throws over 1 inch. Anything less is a toothpick. Peephole your sniper perch. Never open blind. Windows are silent killers. Standard glass shatters like candy. Laminate it. Tempered costs more, but honestly it buys you seconds. And seconds save lives. Basement windows? Bars. But you gotta test the quick release monthly. Fire doesn't knock. Roses aren't just pretty, you know. Plant thorny bushes beneath windows. Bougainvillea bites deep. Nature's barbed wire. $10 screamer alarms. Stick them on every ground floor window. Their shriek buys you time. Grandma's tripwire. String fishing line across dark hallways at ankle height. Hang empty soup cans. Makes a beautiful racket, trust me. Your Alamo room. Tonight. Yeah, tonight. Anchor that heavy dresser to the wall in your safe room. When panic hits, you'll shove it against the door in 3 seconds flat. The poor man's barricade. Cut a 2x4 to wedge diagonally under the doorknob, foot jammed against the base. Turns pine into a vault door. Freezing gets you killed. In a crisis, hesitation is your enemy. The moment you sense danger, your body wants to lock up, but you have to override that instinct. Survival is about action, not panic. You need to move, fast, decisive, and with purpose. Every second counts when someone is trying to get inside your home. Here's how it feels. Adrenaline surges, your heart pounds, and you grab your loved ones. 1. Grab them. Kids under your arms, partner's hand in yours. Don't think, move. You're not waiting for a plan to form. You're acting on instinct, getting everyone to safety. The hallway feels endless, but you push through, guiding your family with urgency. 2. Safe room. Slam the door behind you. The sound echoes, a barrier between you and the threat. This is your stronghold, your last line of defense. Every movement is deliberate, every second precious. Twist the lock, now. 3. Barricade. Heave that dresser, shove it hard against the door, ram it home with all your strength. Wedge a chair under the handle. Anything to slow them down. You're buying time, making it as hard as possible for anyone to get through. The room becomes a fortress, every object a shield. Make it a tomb. 4. Call for help. Dial trusted neighbors, family, or anyone nearby. Your voice is low, urgent. Man at the door! You're not just calling for help, you're alerting your tribe, rallying support. If you can't get through, don't waste time. Assume static answers and focus on the next step. You hear the pounding, kicking in. You shout for help, your voice echoing through the house. Assume no one is coming right away. You are your own first responder now. The fear is real, but you channel it into action. 5. Weapon up. If you have a gun, load it. Safety off. You're not looking for a fight, but you're ready to defend. Your hands might shake, but your mind is clear. You know what's at stake. Finger off the trigger until you see the whites of their eyes. Control is everything. You're not firing blindly. You're waiting, watching, ready to act only if you must. No gun? Grab a bat. Choke up on the handle, grip it tight. You're not swinging for the fences. You're aiming for survival. Swing for the hips. Legs collapse faster than skulls crack. If you have pepper spray, thumb on the trigger, ready to unleash it. Every tool is a lifeline. Aim for the chin. Spray rises into eyes and nose, blinding and disorienting. 6. Shout from the darkness. Your voice is your weapon now too. I see your boot, moron! Let them know you're aware, you're ready, and you're not afraid to fight back. My 12 gauge sees your chest. Make your presence known. The threat is real, but so is your resolve. Next kick? I put you down, sound like the devil. Most run here. Your goal isn't to fight, it's to survive, to protect your family, and to make sure the threat thinks twice before coming any closer. In the kill zone, your courage and preparation are your best defense. This is the red line. Your little girls whimper behind you. The door crashes inward. You fire. Center mass twice, or swing the bat like you're killing a rabid dog. No guilt, no tears. Protect yours or bury yours. First comes the shakes. Teeth chattering, knees buckling. Yeah, that's normal. Then, clear the house, knife in hand. Check closets, under beds. Assume he had friends, patch wounds. Your boy's scraped elbow, bandage it. They're bleeding gut, let it bleed. Learn why'd the door fail. Frame splintered? Reinforce every strike plate today. Warn the tribe. Tell Old Man Henderson, kicked my east door, watch yours. The ghost's night terrors, waking up sweating. Hold your family. Say it out loud, we survived. Hide the prize generator humming, bury it under tarps. Food stacks, blackout curtains stay shut. Stare down wolves. See that sketchy van idling? Yank open the curtain. Hold your rifle across your chest. Lock eyes. Predators hunt fear. Psych warfare. Police camera active, even if it's a $5 toy, make them doubt. Door Devil ram a steel security bar under that flimsy apartment knob. $30 worth every penny. Balcony death trap that chair? A ladder. Toss it now. Flower pots, glue them down. Build your pack Mrs. Chen in 4B. Retired Marine Ray. Share coffee, swap numbers, watch hallways together. Deter. Delay. Deny. Make your home whisper, die trying somewhere else. So when that boot flies toward wood, your breath stays steady. Your hands don't shake. Your plan just clicks. Defend your peace. Outlast the storm, and don't forget to support yourself by getting your 1 or 3 month food supply from READYWISE's store. Links in the description of this video.